Welcome. You have arrived here in this moment, and that is exactly enough. There is nowhere else you need to be, nothing else you need to do. The world outside this room will wait, the tasks on your list will keep. The conversations you have been replaying in your mind can be set down now, like a heavy bag you have been carrying for miles. Right now, this time belongs to you and you alone. I want you to know something before we begin this practice.
This guided body scan is not about fixing anything. It is not about becoming someone different or reaching some perfect state of peace. It is not a test you can fail. This practice is about meeting yourself exactly as you are, in this body, in this breath, in this moment. Your body has been carrying you through every single day of your life. It has weathered fevers and heartbreaks. It has tensed when you were afraid and softened when you felt safe.
It has been awake at 3 in the morning worrying, and it has been dancing in the kitchen with music playing too loud. Tonight, we give it the quiet, focused attention it has always deserved. So settle in, find a position that feels right. You might be lying on your back with your arms resting at your sides, palms facing upward like open bowls catching rain. You might be reclined with a pillow beneath your knees, which takes the pressure off your lower back. You might be seated in a comfortable chair with your feet flat on the floor and your hands folded loosely in your lap. There is no wrong position. The only requirement is that you feel supported and that you can let go of holding yourself up. Let the surface beneath you do all the work. You have spent all day propping yourself up, pulling yourself together, holding it all in place. Right now, you can stop. Close your eyes when you are ready.
Not because the darkness matters, but because closing your eyes sends a quiet signal to your nervous system that says, we can rest now. We do not need to watch. We do not need to scan the room for threats or keep track of what is happening around us. We are safe. We are held. We can close the shop and go inside.
Take a breath, not a deep one, not a special one, just a normal, ordinary breath. The kind you take without thinking. Notice what it feels like. The cool air entering your nostrils, sliding past the soft tissue of your inner nose, carrying with it the faint scent of wherever you are, the smell of your room, your sheets, your skin. The air fills the space behind your ribs, pressing outward against the walls of your chest.
Notice the brief pause at the top where the breath simply exists, neither arriving nor departing, a held note in a song. And then notice the exhale, warmer now, carrying the faint warmth of your own body, leaving through slightly parted lips in a slow, visible stream if the air is cool enough. You do not need to control this breath. You are simply observing it, the way you might watch a leaf drift across a still pond, or a cloud move slowly across the afternoon sky.
It goes where it wants. It has its own intelligence, its own rhythm. Your only job is to notice. And if you notice nothing at all, that is fine too. The breath is there whether or not you pay attention to it. Feel the weight of your body pressing into whatever surface holds you. Really feel it. This is gravity doing its ancient, faithful work. Notice the specific points of contact between your body and the world.
The back of your head against the pillow, a gentle crescent of pressure at the base of your skull, your shoulder blades, 2 smooth stones resting in sand, the broad shelf of your hips, the single point of your tailbone, your heels, the edges of your hands, the backs of your thighs where they meet the surface. Each point of contact is a small conversation between your body and gravity. And gravity says, always and without fail, I have you. You can let go. If your mind begins to wander,
And it absolutely will. That is not a failure. That is not a sign that you are doing this wrong. That is simply what human minds do. They drift to grocery lists and email threads and that thing you said 3 years ago that still makes you cringe. When you notice your thoughts have wandered away from your body, congratulate yourself. That moment of noticing, that gentle awareness that you have drifted is the entire practice.
It is the bicep curl of meditation. You've just done 1 repetition. Now, gently, without judgment or frustration, guide your attention back to the breath, back to the body, back to this moment.
We begin at the very top of your head. Bring your attention to the crown, a soft, warm place where your skull curves to its highest point. If light could enter through your skin, this is where it would pour in, a gentle golden glow. Notice whatever you find there, perhaps a faint tinkling as though tiny electrical currents are dancing beneath the surface, perhaps warmth, the accumulated heat of the day still radiating from your scalp,
Perhaps nothing at all. And that is perfectly fine. Not everything needs to announce itself. Some of the deepest work happens in silence. Now let your awareness drift downward, like warm honey pooling slowly across your forehead. Feel it spread across the smooth plane of your brow, seeping into every tiny furrow and crease. Notice if there is any tension held here.
Many of us clench our foreheads without knowing it, especially when we are concentrating, or worried, or trying to make sense of something confusing. The frontalis muscle, the wide flat sheet that covers the front of your skull, can hold tension for hours without our awareness. If you find tightness here, do not fight it. Simply breathe into it.
Imagine your inhale sending a wave of warm water across your forehead, and your exhale washing that tension away like sand being pulled back by the tide. With each breath, let the muscles of your forehead unspool, releasing their quiet grip, your eyebrows so expressive, so accustomed to moving on your behalf, to rising in surprise and knitting together in concern. They hold so many micro movements that we never consciously choose. Let them soften now. Let the space between your brows widen the way a field opens up when you step past the gate. Feel the muscles release. And notice how even the tiny change creates a wave of relief that spreads across your entire face. Your eyes, closed and resting, feel the delicate weight of your eyelids, thin as silk, draped over the gentle curves of your eyeballs beneath. There is a soft pulsing behind them, the faint glow of blood moving through the tissue, the darkness patterned with subtle phosphamines. Your eyes have been working hard all day, reading and scanning and focusing and adjusting to different lights. Let them rest now. Feel the tiny muscles that control your eye movement letting go. The 6 small muscles per eye finally unclenching from their constant vigilance. Your temples, those 2 smooth hollows at the sides of your head, just above and behind your cheekbones. This is a place where headaches often begin, where the temporal muscle stretches thin over the bone. Press gently into your temples with your fingertips if it feels good, or simply direct your breath there. Imagine warmth pooling in those hollows, dissolving any tightness, any throbbing, any accumulated pressure. Your cheeks, feel them soften and settle into the pillow or the air. The muscles here are so used to smiling, to chewing,
to holding expressions in place. The zygomatic major, the masseter, the buxtonator, all those Latin names for muscles that have been faithfully serving you. Right now, they have nothing to do.
Let them be slack and peaceful, the way a child's face looks in deep sleep, all softness and innocence, all the masks set aside. Your jaw. This is where so many of us store the heaviest tension, our unspoken words, our swallowed frustrations, the things we wanted to say but did not. The masseter is one of the strongest muscles in the human body, pound for pound, and it clenches with tremendous force when we are stressed.
Feel the hinge of your jaw, those two small joints called the temporomandibular joints, where your skull meets the bone that holds your teeth. Let your jaw drop open just slightly, a fraction of an inch. Let your teeth part. Let your tongue fall away from the roof of your mouth, resting heavy and soft at the bottom. Feel the relief that spreads through your entire face when you do this.
That small release is a gift to yourself, and it is available to you anytime you remember. Your lips, soft and resting against each other, not pressed together in determination, not pursed in thought, simply lying there, two warm petals at the center of your face. Feel the subtle moisture on their inner surfaces, the gentle rhythm of your breath passing over them, the philtrum, that small groove above your upper lip, the tip of your nose, cool and still. Bring your awareness to your throat now, this channel that carries your voice, your laughter, your whispered secrets, your quiet hums in the shower. Feel the front of your throat, the smooth column where your breath moves in and out like a tide. Notice the subtle rise and fall of your Adam's apple, or the soft, flat plane of your throat if that is your anatomy. Feel the air passing through, cool on the inhale, warm on the exhale. A constant, gentle current.
Notice the hollow at the base of your throat, that small dip where your collarbones begin their outward sweep. This is the suprasternal notch, and it is often a place of hidden tension. Breathe into this space. Let it feel open and clear, like a hallway with all the doors thrown wide, like a window thrown open to a garden. Feel the breath moving through this channel, unhindered. Free?
Move toward the sides of your neck, where the sternocleidomastoid muscles run in two strong cables from behind your ears to your collarbones. These muscles turn your head, nod your head, hold your head upright. They are working even now, keeping your skull balanced atop the 7 cervical vertebrae of your spine. Let them soften. Let them feel supported. The back of your neck, where your head meets your spine.
This is often a place of great tension, especially if you spend your days looking at screens or hunched over a desk or carrying the weight of responsibility on your shoulders. Feel those thick cords of muscle, the trapezius, the levator scapulae, the ones that hold your head upright against the relentless pull of gravity. Imagine them softening, lengthening, like warm taffy being gently stretched. With each exhale, feel your neck grow a little longer, a little lighter, as though gravity itself were loosening its grip. Your shoulders, these great rounded caps that top your arms, draw them up toward your ears just for a moment, hold them there. Feel the tightness, the bunching of muscle, the tension compressed into a fist of bone and sinew. Now let them drop. Feel the rush of release as they fall back into place, heavy and relaxed, sliding down and away from your ears. Do this once more if it helps. Lift and hold. Tension and intention. Now release. Feel the difference. Now leave them in their resting place. Draw it over the edges of your body like warm towels after a bath, loose and unburdened. Let your awareness flow down from your shoulders and into your arms. Feel the weight of your upper arms, the round smoothness of your biceps on the front and triceps on the back, these muscles that lift and carry, that push open heavy doors and pull loved ones into hugs. Right now they're doing nothing at all. They're simply being, hanging in their shoulder sockets, supported entirely by the surface beneath you.
Feel the blood pulsing through them, warm and alive, carrying oxygen to every cell. Your elbows, those faithful hinges that allow your forearms to fold and unfold. Feel the bony point of your elbow, the olecranon, that small prominence where the two bones of your forearm meet. It presses gently into the bed or chair beneath you, a tiny anchor point. Notice that small point of contact and let it ground you to this moment, to this surface, to this body.
Your forearms, the broad, flat planes of bone and muscle that run from elbow to wrist, that give you the strength to grip, to lift, to type, to create. Feel them growing warm and heavy, as though they are slowly sinking into warm sand. The muscles along the top of your forearm, the ones that Shanjar needs surgery, let them soften. The muscles along the bottom, the ones that curl your fingers into a fist, let them release.
Your wrists, those delicate and complex joints that allow your hands to rotate and flex and tilt. Feel the small bones arranging themselves in 2 knee rows of 4. Feel the tendons passing through the narrow carpal tunnel, finally given room to rest. Let the wrists unclench. Feel the small bones settling into stillness, like pebbles settling into the bed of a stream. Your hands. So much of our lives pass through our hands.
We type and write, we cook and clean, we hold and release, we build and destroy, we comfort and caress. Your hands have earned this rest more than perhaps any other part of your body. Feel your palms, those 2 warm, soft hollows in the center of your hands. Notice the lines that cross them, the lifeline and the heart line and the head line, maps of a life being lived, etched into your skin by years of folding and unfolding.
Feel your fingers, each one independent and alive, each with its own name and its own purpose. Let them curl naturally, the way a sleeping cat's paws curl inward, the way a fern frond curls before it opens. Your thumb, your index finger, your middle finger, your ring finger, your little finger, each one resting now, each one still. Feel the tips of your fingers, those sensitive pads that touch the world with such extraordinary precision.
They can detect the difference between silk and satin, between warm water and cool. Even the faint air currents in the room register on them. Tiny, invisible whispers of movement. Let them be still and open and receptive to nothing but rest.
Bring your awareness to your chest now. This sturdy cage of bone and muscle, 24 ribs curving around to protect the most vital organ in your body. Feel the rise and fall of your rib cage as you breathe. Each inhale lifts it gently, spreading the ribs apart like the rungs of an expanding fan, creating space for your lungs to fill. Each exhale lets them settle, drawing closer together, returning to their resting position.
Beneath the ribs, behind the sternum, feel your heart. Not as a metaphor, not as a symbol of love or romance or sentimentality. Feel it as a physical organ, a muscle the size and shape of your own fist, beating steadily in the center of your chest.
Thump, 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 the double beat of the valves closing, the atria emptying into the ventricles, the blood being sent on its endless circuit. It has been beating like this since before you were born, since the first weeks of your existence, when it was nothing more than a cluster of cells learning to pulse. It has never taken a break. It has never gone on strike. It has never asked for a day off. It beats while you sleep, while you dream, while you argue and laugh and cry, while you are completely unaware of it. Tonight, offer it a moment of gratitude. Place your hand over your heart if you wish and feel its faithful pulse beneath your palm. Feel the warmth of your hand meeting the warmth of your chest. Thank it silently for its tireless service. Notice the space around your heart, the warm mediastinal cavity where it beats and where the great vessels emerge and return. Sometimes we armor this space, tightening the muscles of our chest, rounding our shoulders forward, creating a protective shell against hurt or disappointment or vulnerability. If you feel that armor, if you notice that hunching, that guarding, imagine it softening, not breaking, not shattering, simply softening. The way ice softens in spring, becoming permeable to warmth again, allowing the thaw to reach places that have been frozen. Let your awareness drop below your ribs and into your belly, your abdomen, the soft central region of your body. This is the part of our bodies that many of us try to hide, to flatten, to control. We suck in our stomachs. When we stand up straight, we wear clothing designed to compress. We critique in the mirror, but tonight we simply acknowledge. We feel, we accept. Notice the gentle swell of your abdomen, rising with each inhale and falling with each exhale. This is called diaphragmatic breathing, or belly breathing, and it is the deepest, most nourishing, most efficient way a human being can breathe. When you breathe into your belly, the diaphragm, that dome-shaped muscle beneath your lungs, contracts and moves downward, creating a vacuum that pulls air deep into the lower lobes of your lungs, where the most oxygen exchange happens. Feel this movement. Let your belly rise like a gentle hill on the inhale and fall like a slow tide on the exhale. Your belly is the home of your gut instincts, your enteric nervous system, that vast network of neurons lining your digestive tract that scientists sometimes call the second brain. Feel the warmth there. The soft cushion of muscle and tissue. The gentle gurgling of digestion continuing its quiet work. Notice if you are holding any tension here, any tightness around your navel, any bracing. Let it dissolve. Let your belly be soft and round, accepting every breath without resistance, without judgment, without the need to flatten or hide. The muscles of your core, the transverse abdominis, the internal and external obliques, the rectus abdominis, those muscles that wrap around your spine like a corset of living tissue. They stabilize you, they protect your spine, they help you twist and bend. Feel them release a grip. You do not need to hold yourself together right now. The bed holds you, gravity holds you, the earth itself holds you. You can let go entirely. Your hips, these great ball and socket joints, the crossroads of your body, the place where the upper body meets the lower body, where the weight of everything above flows downward and is distributed into the legs. The femur, the longest bone in your body, fits into the acetabulum, a deep socket in the pelvis, held in place by some of the strongest ligaments in the human form. Feel them heavy and wide against the surface beneath you. Feel the bowl of your pelvis.
that broad, cradle-like structure at the base of your spine. It holds your bladder, your reproductive organs, your lower intestines with such care, such quiet diligence. The iliac crests rise like the handles of a basket. The sacrum sits at the back, a triangular wedge of 5 fused vertebrae connecting your spine to the great wing-like bones of your hips. Notice any tension in your hip flexors, the iliopsoas, those deep muscles that connect your lumbar spine to your femur, passing through the front of your pelvis. They shorten when we sit for long periods, when we're stuck in fight or flight mode, when we're bracing against the world. Let them lengthen, let them release. Imagine them like 2 thick ropes slowly uncoiling, giving your pelvis room to settle, your spine room to elongate. Your glutes, those 3 powerful muscles that form the foundation of your hips, that propel you through the world with every step and every climb. The gluteus maximus, the largest muscle in the human body, the one that allows you to stand upright and walk on 2 legs, one of the defining features of our species. Feel it soften and spread, losing its habitual clench, the space between your hips, warm and open.
Let your awareness travel down into your legs now, your thighs, the largest muscles in your body, thick pillars of strength that support you when you stand, that carry you upstairs and across rooms, that hold you when you squat to pick up a child or a fallen leaf. Feel their weight, their warmth, their slow surrender to gravity. The quadriceps on the front, 4 muscles working in concert to straighten your knee.
The hamstrings on the back, 3 muscles that bend your knee until your pelvis. The adductors on the inner thigh, drawing your legs together. All of them releasing now, all of them growing heavy and still, sinking into the surface beneath you with a grateful exhale. Your knees, those complex and remarkable joints that allow you to bend and straighten your legs, to walk and run and kneel and dance.
They are the largest joint in the body, a hinge that also allows some rotation. Feel the front of your knees, the smooth, rounded surface of the patella, the kneecap gliding over the end of the femur. Feel the backs of your knees, that soft, hollow popliteal fossa where blood vessels and nerves pass through in a protected channel. Let them be gentle, let them be at ease. Let the pressure that has been on them all day finally lift. Your calves, those diamond-shaped muscles on the back of your lower leg, the gastrocnemius and the soleus that allow you to push off the ground and rise onto your toes. Feel them lengthening, the tight ropes of the Achilles tendon running from the base of your calf to your heel bone, slowly unspooling, letting go of the day's accumulated tension. Your shins, the flat blade of bone at the front, the tibia pressing gently against the air, the muscles along its lateral edge finally resting. Your ankles, those clever hinges that allow your feet to swivel and flex and point. Feel the bony knobs on either side, the medial and lateral malleoli, the delicate architecture of ligaments and tendons that hold everything together. Let them rest. Let the small bones of your ankles settle into stillness. And finally, your feet. Those remarkable, intricate structures with their 26 bones each, their 33 joints, their 3 arches, their hundreds of thousands of nerve endings connecting you to the ground with every step. Your feet have carried you tens of thousands of miles across the course of your life, from your first stumbling steps as a toddler to every commute, every hike, every dance, every run for the bus.
They have walked on hot sand and cold tile, through puddles and over stones, across hardwood floors and gravel paths. They deserve this moment of undivided attention more than perhaps any other part of your body. Feel the soles of your feet, those broad, curved pads. Notice the warmth building there. The subtle tingling of circulation, the softness of the skin on the arch, the slightly rougher skin on the heel.
The plantar fascia, that thick band of tissue running from heel to toe, feeling the gentle release of not being compressed under your weight. Feel your toes, each one distinct and separate, each one with its own personality. Your big toe, strong and steady, the anchor of your balance. Your second and third toes, the longest, reaching forward like small fingers. Your fourth and fifth toes, curling inward slightly, the pinky toe often the most forgotten.
Let them all curl slightly, naturally the way they do in sleep. Feel the pads of your toes, those soft, sensitive cushions that grip the ground with each step, that send constant information to your brain about the terrain beneath you. The arches of your feet, those elegant curves, the medial longitudinal arch and the lateral longitudinal arch and the transverse arch that spring back with each stride, absorbing impact and returning energy.
Feel them resting, unweighted, free from the daily compression of standing and walking. The tops of your feet, where you can sometimes feel your pulse if you press gently with your thumb. The dorsalis pedis artery carrying blood to the tips of your toes. Feel the thin skin stretched over the network of tendons, the cool air of the room touching the surface. A gentle caress.
Now, zoom out. Instead of focusing on any one part, let your awareness expand to include your entire body at once. Feel the whole of yourself lying there, from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet. You are a single, continuous being connected by skin and bone and blood and breath, and every part of you is connected to every other part. Notice the sensations that flow across your body like weather across a landscape. Warmth here, coolness there.
Tingling in one place, stillness in another, a subtle pulse in your fingertips, a gentle ache in your lower back, a flutter of your eyelids. These are not problems to be solved. They are not signals that something is wrong. They are simply the language of your body, communicating with you in the only way it knows how. And tonight, you are listening. Imagine a warm, golden light beginning to form at the crown of your head.
It is soft and gentle, like the first light of dawn spreading across a winter sky. With each breath, this light begins to move downward. It fills your skull with warmth, flows into your neck, spreads across your shoulders like warm oil. It pours down your arms in a slow, golden river, reaching your elbows, your wrists, your fingertips, until your hands are glowing from within. It cascades down your chest, filling your heart space with a soft amber glow, wrapping your heart in warmth. It moves through your belly, warming your gut, settling into your pelvis with a deep, grounding heat. It flows into your hips, down your thighs, through your knees, into your calves and ankles. It pulls in your feet, filling them with warmth and light. Now your entire body is bathed in this warm, golden light. You are glowing from within, a lantern of calm and peace.
Feel the warmth of it surrounding every cell. Feel the safety of it, the way it wraps around you like the warmest blanket you have ever known. This light is yours. It has always been yours. It is the light of your own awareness, your own presence, your own deep and abiding peace that exists beneath every worry and every wound.
As you rest in this golden glow, I want to invite you to let go a little deeper still. Perhaps there are places in your body that have not yet fully surrendered. Places that still hold their tension like a fist that has been clenched so long it has forgotten how to open. That is perfectly natural.
Some patterns run deep, worn into the grooves of your muscles by years, even decades of repetition. If you find such a place, do not force it to release.
Do not bully your body into relaxation. Simply acknowledge the tension. Send your breath there, warm and slow. Imagine your exhale wrapping around that knot of tension like a hand gently holding a clenched fist. You are not prying it open. You are simply letting it know through the warmth of your breath and the gentleness of your attention that it is safe to let go whenever it is ready. And if it is not ready tonight, that is fine too.
You have planted the seed of awareness, and awareness is the beginning of all healing. In time, that seed will do its work. Notice the spaces between your muscles, the fascia that weaves through your body like a web of silk, connecting everything to everything else. Feel these connective tissues softening and hydrating, becoming supple and free, like a sponge absorbing warm water. Your body is not a collection of separate parts assembled by an engineer.
It is one continuous fabric, one living tapestry, and when one part relaxes, the whole fabric loosens. When you release your jaw, your shoulders drop. When you release your shoulders, your back softens. It is all connected, all of it, and the relaxation you have cultivated tonight ripples outward in ways you may never fully comprehend.
Just pause. No guidance, no instructions, no imagery. Just you and your body and this moment, landing in the warm golden light of your own awareness. Be still. Feel how natural it is to simply be. No doing, no striving, no achieving, no becoming. Just being in a body, on this earth, in this breath. This is your birthright.
This peace has been here all along, patient and faithful, waiting quietly beneath the noise and the hurry and the worry and the ceaseless internal monologue. It does not need to be created. It needs only to be uncovered. The way you uncover a fossil by gently brushing away layers of dust.
Let us deepen the breath now and bring this body awareness into a gentle, rhythmic pattern that you can carry with you into sleep or into the rest of your evening. Inhale slowly through your nose for a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Feel your ribs expand outward, your belly rise like a gentle hill, your chest lift. Feel the cool air rushing in, carrying oxygen to the deepest parts of your lungs. Now hold that breath gently for a count of 2. 1, 2.
Feel the stillness at the peak, the pause between waves, the silence between notes. Now exhale slowly through your mouth for a count of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Feel your whole body soften with the release. Every muscle letting go a little more, every thought growing a little quieter. The exhale is where the deepest relaxation lives. Again, inhale for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Feel the fresh air filling every corner of your lungs, every tiny alveolus, the fullness of being alive and breathing. Hold for 2. 1, 2. And exhale for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let everything go. Let the day go. Let the week go. Let the weight you have been carrying dissolve into the air. One more cycle together. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. The whole body filling with warmth and light. Hold. 1, 2. And moment of perfect stillness. And exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A long, slow release like the last note of a lullaby fading into silence. Feel the rhythm settling into your body like rain into soil, like roots finding water.
Each breath draws you a little deeper into relaxation, flowing closer to the quiet core that lives at the center of every human being, untouched by circumstance, untroubled by time.
If we begin to bring this practice toward its close, I want to offer you a few words. Not commands, not rules, not things you must believe. Simply reflections of what is already true about you, waiting to be recognized. I am safe in my body. This body is my home, and no one can take it from me. I am worthy of rest. I have earned this stillness through the simple act of existing. I release what no longer serves me. I let it go with kindness, not with force.
I trust the wisdom of my body. It has been guiding me since before I could speak. I am enough, exactly as I am, in this moment, with this body, with this breath. I deserve peace, and peace is here, and it has always been here. I carry calm with me wherever I go. It lives in my breath, in my chest, in the center of my being. I am grateful for this body that carries me through life, that heals itself while I sleep, that beats its faithful rhythm without ever being asked.
I choose gentleness with myself. I choose soft words and slow movements and quiet moments. The stillness within me is unshakable. It is the bedrock beneath the storms. I am whole. I have always been whole. Let these words settle into you the way stones settle into the bed of a river, the way seeds settle into warm soil. You do not need to repeat them or memorize them or force yourself to believe them. They are already part of you. They have always been part of you.
They are the truth that your busy mind sometimes drowns out. Let them be heard tonight. I want to invite you into one last visualization before we close this practice together. Imagine yourself walking through a quiet forest clearing. It is nighttime, but not a frightening darkness. It is the gentle, velvety darkness of a forest that knows the moon and the stars and feels no need for streetlights. The ground is soft beneath your bare feet, cool moss and fallen leaves, the occasional smooth stone. With each step you feel the earth give slightly beneath your weight, accepting you, supporting you. The air is clean and carries the scent of pine resin and damp earth and something faintly sweet, like wildflowers releasing their perfume in the cool of evening. Above you the sky is a deep dark blue scattered with stars. The Milky Way stretches across the heavens like a river of light, billions of suns too distant to count, each one burning with its own ancient fire. You feel small beneath this vastness, but not insignificant. Small the way a single flame is small within a great fire, essential and alive and part of something immense. You walk slowly through the clearing. There is no destination. Each step is the point. Feel the texture of the ground with each footfall. Hear the soft crunch of leaves beneath your soles.
Feel the cool air on your skin, the gentle brush of a breeze through your hair, carrying the forest's quiet whispered secrets. There is a wooden bench at the edge of the clearing, weathered and smooth, its surface worn by years of sitting. You lower yourself onto it. You lean back. You look up at the stars. They are so bright they seem close enough to touch. Ancient light traveling millions and billions of miles through the void to reach your eyes tonight. And then here you are, a body of warm flesh and bone and water receiving that light, being held by the earth, cradled by the night, breathing the same air that the trees are breathing. There is nothing to do. There is nothing to fix. There is nothing to figure out. There is only this. This bench, this sky, this breath, this body, this moment. And this is enough. This has always been enough.
Take a moment to feel gratitude for your body. Not for what it looks like, but for what it does, for the miracle of it, for the staggering complexity of it. The trillions of cells working in concert, the immune system patrolling your borders, the nervous system firing its electric messages at the speed of thought. Thank your feet for carrying you, mile after mile, year after year, without complaint.
Thank your hands for building your world, for typing and cooking and turning pages and holding the faces of people you love. Thank your eyes for showing you sunsets and the faces of your children and the words of your favorite books. Thank your ears for bringing you music and laughter and the voices that mean the most to you. Thank your tongue for the taste of coffee in the morning and the sweetness of fruit in summer.
Thank your nose for the smell of rain on pavement and bread baking in an oven and the particular scent of someone you love. And thank your heart for beating, always beating, without fail, without complaint, without asking for recognition or applause. It has been beating since before you drew your first breath, and it will beat until you draw your last. It is the most faithful companion you will ever have. Thank it.
Now gently we begin to return. You do not need to rush. There is no alarm going off, no urgency. No one is waiting for you with a list of tasks. Simply begin to notice the room around you again. The sounds, perhaps faint, perhaps absent, of the world outside your space, the temperature of the air on your skin, cool or warm. The weight of any blankets covering you, the surface beneath you, still holding you, still faithful.
Wiggle your fingers and toes, small movements, testing the connection between your mind and your body. Roll your wrists and ankles in slow circles, feeling the joints moving smoothly, the tendons flexing, the blood flowing. If you wish, you can stretch gently, reaching your arms overhead, pointing your toes, lengthening your spine like a cat waking from a nap. Move slowly and with great kindness. Your body has just spent nearly an hour in deep, focused relaxation.
Honor that transition. Do not jar it awake. When you are ready, and only when you are ready, open your eyes. Not all at once. Let the light filter in gradually. Blink a few times. Let the room come into focus slowly, the shapes and colors assembling themselves like a painting being finished stroke by stroke. You have just given yourself one of the greatest gifts a person can give. You have given yourself the gift of your own attention.
You have listened to your body, honored its needs, acknowledged its stories, and offered it rest. Carry this feeling with you. Let it be a quiet anchor in the days to come, a place you can return to in your mind when the world feels heavy or fast or loud. And know that you can return to this body scan, this practice, this golden light. Whenever you need it, it is always here. You are always here. Thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up for yourself tonight.
Rest well. Sleep deeply. Be gentle with yourself in the morning. You deserve that, and so much more.